Billy Sheehan playing a nice Japanese...
I think it's the correct tuning. What if it came out on January 24th?
That was a total afterthought. We
had no plan.
When we got back together, you know, we talked to each other on the phone. Billy actually went to see Paul at the House of Blues last year and a half ago. And I guess you had mentioned something to him, like, you know, hey, it'd be great to, is that what you said? It'd be great to get the band back together, or maybe, what do you think? Or
he asked us to come up, as long as Pat was going to be there, our drummer Pat was going to be there, and he invited me to the show. So as long as you guys are there, you guys want to play something. So
keep talking, I'm on the phone.
And then we had to, so we came up and played a song, and the audience went nuts. It was pretty cool.
We did an interview.
So we said, the only thing missing was Eric, you know, so we thought, hey, wouldn't that be funny? So that was about it, and we just talked a little bit there, and sure enough, as time went on, Paul actually made a suggestion, you know, well, let's maybe have a dinner and get together and see how it feels, and we did, and we had a great time. We said, well, let's play together, you know. Nobody was urging us to do it. Nobody was offering us any money or any deal or anything. It was just, let's play together again. Let's do some shows. So we didn't know how it would be accepted, you know, how it would go. So we were excited when we found out they put the shows on sale in Japan and sold out like in a day. Every ticket completely gone. So it was really great. And then a really pleasant surprise on top of that was Europe was just great. Milan, the show in Milan was unbelievable. Madrid, Spain was one of our best shows ever. The show here in London at Shepherd's Bush at the Empire, great night. So all over the place. In Germany, we had a great time there. And we played for the first time in India ever, and then Southeast Asia, Thailand, Singapore. It was just really wonderful everywhere. So at the end of that, after all that was done, then somebody finally said, well, what do you think about making a new record?
And you know, when we, like at the end of the record, the end of the tour, and you know, we went back home, it was like, I'm sure the rest of us didn't want to be satisfied with just a concert and a t-shirt, you know, we definitely wanted to do a record. I mean, everything was so fun and painless, and, you know, where it was starting to be a little painful, you know, back in the day, and so, you know, that's why we split up a long time ago, but this 2009 tour went off without a hitch. There's no blood spilled, and it worked so well that making an album was just a natural step. So we got this guy Kevin Shirley, who produced, you know, Iron Maiden, Black Crowes, Journey, everybody, and pardon me, that could be my big break. That might be my big break. Anyway, so Kevin said, yeah, play some background music for me. So anyway, Kevin Shirley came down to the thing, and he said, you know, he was a fan too, and he had been listening to some early records of ours, but he kind of thought from the things that we were saying in magazines, or, you know, just, you know, telling people that we're influenced by Humble Pie and Free and Spooky Tooth and like British blues rock invasions, you know, we had a little piece of that on each record, and I definitely felt like I had some soul, but this is, for me personally, this is my true soul on this record, because there's no tricks, there's no velvet curtains, violins, you know, and, you know, slick kind of voice. For me, it's me, you know, real and alive, and all the blood spitting coming out. And same thing with the band. We basically did all the pre-production in the room. You know, we had songs. The guys wrote some songs. I wrote some songs. We wrote some songs together. Came to the studio. Said, okay, here's that song. Okay, now this is called Once Upon a Time now, or this one, you know, Still Ain't Enough for Me. Oh, this is Stranger in My Life. Here it is. And everybody got lyrics and music and wrote down chords, and just like it was, you know, when you actually first started in a band, you know. It's through. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
very much like when we first started.
When we first started this, you know, then and now, that's how it felt. It felt just like when we first got into the room, and You know, although it was intimidating before, you know, that we didn't know each other very well in the beginning. Now we know each other, but it was just like a natural process. You just got on the floor, wrote it all out, charted it all out, and just recorded it and did it. And it took like maybe a week, if that, to lay everything down. You know, like we did each song like 15, 20 times. You know, Billy, you know, he probably did like, what did he say, like, you know, how many minutes of overdub did you do?
45 seconds.
45 seconds, yeah. I mean, I didn't do any, and the guy, basically, Kevin Shirley, wouldn't let me do any overdubs, right? But I did, I was just listening to, we were on the radio a little while ago, and I was listening to the song Undertow. And it's like, in one lick, there's me doing another lick on top of it, and I'm thinking, how could I do that? You know, everything was live. But I remember I snuck it in. Kevin Shirley wouldn't let me do it, but when I was doing the background vocals, I snuck it in. While I was singing background vocals, I snuck in a lick, and he looked at me and went, okay, I'll let you slide on that one. But yeah, for the most part, or for the part, it was live. All four of us in the same room, rocking out. It was fun, but it was quick and scary. 2 weeks.
We were in the village for a little over 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks, but then it took him like all of like 5, 6 days to mix it. You know, we went back and forth a couple of mixes, sounds, but yeah, it was quicker than any of the other records.
So come on, baby, come on.
Organic, live, urgent, exciting, because that's how we played it. We were in a room and, okay, take one, quick, go, 3, 4, you know, we had, go, come on, let's go. And then...
Dirty, you know, dirty in a good way, though. Dirty, I mean, dirty is...
Sometimes dirty is awful good. I've seen some pretty dirty things that were awfully nice.
I mean, the guitars itself sound dirty. They're like distortion and just not a mess. Just like, you know, down and dirty. It sounds pretty cool. And where everything's placed, yeah, it does sound, so it's very raw, live rock record. And, you know, you've heard that before by other people, but if you, as I say, A-B it, you know, with our other records and this one, this sounds really raw, you know, live sounding. Like if you actually overdubbed an audience in it, it would sound like a live record. Well, I hope it does good, because all I really cared about really is like do a record and that, you know, what tours afterwards. So like, you know, I love that. I really like being in the band again. It feels fresh and you know, there's no baggage like there used to be. There's no, and not baggage between the band, but there's no management interference. There's no record company interference. There's no A&R guy saying, you know, because, you know, when you write a song and then we look into the song, we go, well, what if, there's that title again, what if we did this, what if we did that? And then when you had record company people and A&R people, same thing, managers and other minders that are taking care of you, they got to say too. So you run through like the whole gauntlet. And now that's not the way it is at all anymore. So, yeah, on Frontiers, which is a great label for keeping rock alive. You know, they've been waving that freak flag for a long time now, and now, you know, they've been keep going, keep pushing, and you know, like keeping, you know, putting their foot in the door and make sure that like that door doesn't close, because oh yeah, it for a minute there it closed, and they're definitely keeping it going.